Once upon a time, there was a man who preferred not to tell us his identity. He loved animals. When he was young, had many animals like a cat, a dog, and birds. He used to play with them and take care of them, but he loved his cat more than his other animals. His name was Pluro, a black cat. He was very clever and beautiful. Our Mr. Man got married very young. He was very happy with his wife and his cat, but many years later, his life changed. He became a drinker. He was also angry and violent. He stopped taking care of his animals, he started to hit his wife and many times shot her. Suddenly, one night, he arrived too late home, but he was drunk, and he got angry because Pluro ran away of him. So he caught Pluro by his neck and shot him. The cat, to loosen, beat him on the hand, but the man got more angry, took a knife, and cut out one Pluro's eyes. Months later, Pluro was buried. He only had one eye, and he was so afraid of his owner that every time he arrived, Pluro ran. But then something happened. The next morning, the man was so angry that he decided to take a rope and tied it around the cat's neck and hung him on a tree until Pluro died. That night, the man cried. He knew that he had made something bad and terrible. When he was sleeping, outside there were shouting from the neighbor. When he woke up, he saw that he had made something bad and terrible. When he was sleeping, outside there were shouting from the neighbor. When he woke up, he saw that his house was on fire. This for us was because he had murdered.
The man, feeling guilty, begins to miss his old friend Pluto. Some time later, the narrator being in a bar finds a cat very similar to his old cat because it has the same color, the same size, and even missing an eye. However, this cat had a big white patch on his chest. Without hesitation, the man decides to take it home, since the cat was very affected with the narrator. The man makes an offer to the bar owner, but the bar owner refuses, since he had never seen that animal in his establishment before. After arriving home, this cat quickly became his wife's favorite. However, the protagonist started to show his dislike and even fear for this cat, and gradually these feelings continued to grow. But the cat showed affection for him and the cat decided to accompany him everywhere. But after a while, the white patch of his fur began to take the shape of the gallows, which terrified and injured the man much more. One day, his wife decides to accompany him to the basement of the house. However, the cat gets under the feet of his owner and leads him to fall. The man can't stand it anymore and tries to kill the cat with an axe, but his wife stops him. He was full of anger, drives the axe into the skull of his wife, and she dies instantly. The man tries to hide the body, and his idea was to hide it in the walls, where he removes bricks and he put the body there. And after of this, he reports the wall. Several days later, the police tried to investigate the disappearance of his wife, but they didn't find anything, and the man was left in peace, but the cat was still missing. The police return, and he accompanies them to the basement again, and he was sure of the good construction of the walls. He knocks on the wall he had built around his wife, and momentarily a loud cry is heard. The cops break down the wall and they find the ruined corpse of the woman, but on her head was the blood cat screaming. So the man walked the cat into the grave.